I did it layered it. I found it and layered it on top of yours.
I guess that's it. When you got those happy faces, you gotta go with a happy face.
I'm wearing my happy shirt today.
Are you feeling happy?
Happier. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm very focused.
What are you working on?
I'm working on a lot of interfaces. I got a contract for making interfaces for a man who has mental models that he wants to put into courses, and I'm creating a bunch of interfaces for him to do so.
Very cool. Tell me more.
He's at Mangino, the guy I told you, he's a Hong Kong 6th generation professor. I sent him five interfaces. I just see some things and I just kind of do it. I'm a horrible businessman because I don't negotiate anything first. Send it, and then I don't even know if they use it. But this time he used it because he's got 5 major projects that he's constantly going in and out of. And so in all these meetings, he's lying on his couch in Hong Kong and he goes probably, I don't know, 20, 30 meetings a week. He's a phenomenal networker. And so I built him the interfaces for him. So there's a context if he wants to talk about different projects, because he's basically creating a spiritual emergency network across the planet.
Oh.
So it's called the Metatron project.
Metatron. Okay.
So if you've had a spiritual awakening and you're looking for assistance because you can't connect to the world anymore, your family and your friends think you're crazy and you're going out of control and you don't know what to do. There's a lot of people like that on the planet who've gone through that or going through that. So he's creating this network of sort of shamans and wizards and people who can support people going through very difficult times. And so considering what I've seen in my lifetime, that's a very good idea. So that's, and what are the other projects?
You said it was called Metatron?
Metatron project.
Metaton or Tron, like the angel?
Metatron. Here, I'll show you.
Is it Metatron one of the angels?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is the one for the Metatron project. And then he has another project, Mystagogical. And then he has Art Transcend.
Yeah.
And then he has Fuzikoi. And then he has Antarabav. And each one is at a different place within, like,
wow.
Like, are you just awakening? You don't know what's going on. You need emergency support, or then you're starting to stabilize and you need to be around peers and working on creative projects.
Oh, cool.
Or do you need entrepreneurial help to get your work into the world kind of thing? So every step of the process, he's got a different project for. So I just created these backgrounds because he's
cool. So cool.
Here's another one. This is looking at the Eckankar worldview and looking at the physical, emotional, causal, mental, etheric planes and how your senses, emotion, memory, mind, and intuition are linked to that.
Wow.
And it's again, like, this is a model. It's a model of the universe. And there's a lot of different worldviews have at least physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. These guys have a couple more in there. But it's like, if you're building your internal navigation system,
yeah,
these models are like the big picture models.
I love it. Awesome.
So like, you may be assisting people, to deal with the emotional plane by putting together things on the physical plane and then matching, like, you have a formula that you're working on that is actually connecting different pieces of the puzzle. And so the conceptual models can help you or anyone to kind of identify sort of, where are you? And so, like, for me, it's like this, right? Like, this is one of my main models. And so to take it from just a basic boring map and now to sort of look at it as entry portals into a whole different world, because we're going into a place where we're taking space, online space, and we're creating a whole new world. And they're going to create like malls, and they're going to create all these of the meta universe, right? So it makes sense to sort of come up with a conceptual design first, and then build it in virtual reality, or build it with the tools that are coming out for the sort of internet 3.0.
Yeah.
I think will just completely transform education online.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, so that's I'm sort of working on.
That sounds super cool. I mean, I think there's a problem, because when you have light energy, you attract people that are wounded. Either they want your energy, or they're wasting your time, or they're wounded, right? And they do need somebody. That's why they're trying to suck towards you. And then all of a sudden they're exhausting your resources because you're not the right start date. And so I'm getting more clear that, hey, why don't you read some books first before you come to my house and I start doing some work on you, because it's going to be too much. Because I'll see too much, download too much, and I'd prefer somebody who's ready to go with that information than, well, I don't want to do that because I keep getting this resistance. I keep sharing the field, and they're like, block, 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 block. But I need you, Lisa, block, block, block. And then it's like, oh, I need some boundaries. I need some boundaries of who I'm, it's kind of like, isn't there a sorcerer thing where you wait for the master to show up? You don't, he doesn't find you, sort of thing. But you have people that want my energy because I'm in the public space all the time. I literally have creepy witch energy the other day, and the other lady total wounded energy. I had a guy, dark energy, come to scope out our building this morning. Like, I've got everybody's coming towards that building for a fucking good reason, because my new nickname is called the Cleaner. Like Jason Statham's like the masculine version of that. Like, I'm the fucking female version of that, hidden in your building, cleaning the fucking building. But if I need to escape, I take my car. Fuck you. I know you know what I mean? Like, I can play now because I don't have to try to rescue the world. Like, I downloaded some really heavy shit on Friday, and I just realized that's not my job. My job isn't to do that right now. That's not my job. My job is to stick to my mission. And they're trying to divert me because I'll fucking go save the world, but I'll kill myself doing it. And I'm not up to that. I want to have some fun and flow and creativity, enjoy my daughter. And I can't do that if I can catch these fuckers, no problem now. You give me a piece of paper, I'll fucking catch them. I'll actually unload the universe on a piece of paper. Give me your wallet. In the back of a receipt. Oh yeah, gotcha. That's odd, incongruent. Ooh, let me look at that up. Oh, here you go. Here's some fucking leads for you. No, I showed Sarah on the weekend how I do it. On the back, because I did it when I was manic before. I discovered junk mail. I could see what they were doing and hiding inside the piece of mail. And if you knew how to decode the mail, then you just know where the drugs are. Or where the money is, or the girls are, whatever. And so I'm like, I'm on to you fuckers. And then I got caught. I got caught and I got burned hard. Like, they were after me like white on rice, man. I was running for my life one day. I found my shaman. He says, Lisa, run until you collapse. But he was part of it too, though. Like, it's like, I feel like I was in a game. So now it's like, okay, we're chilling. Yes, we have information. I've got all kinds of light energy and guides around me. I'm totally fine. You help me unblock that whole thing with being scared, is that, no, I am protected at all times, Elijah. I have good around me all times. The tall people are, my ancestors are hanging out all the fucking time. Go left, go right, don't do that. Like, it's not a joke now. So even though I can uncover, if you want me to uncover something, I will. You put Lisa in there as a cleaner, I'll clean it up or give you information, and then I'll get out. But I'm not cleaning up anybody's shit anymore, because my heart is so big that I'll just go around cleaning shit up, but I won't have any fun. Well, I'll have fun, but not that much fun.
Right. And they should be paying you a lot of money if you're doing a big
Oh
cleanup.
my God, my rates just doubled, tripled. Something, hey, can you do my feng shui? I said, it's a couple grand. It's 2,000 just for me to come to your house. You must e-transfer it now. To hold a spot. Otherwise, I can't help you right now. You have to read the book, Feng Shui for Dummies. Start there and then give me a call back. Oh, okay, I'll start there. Yeah. Hey, can you look at my space? No, sorry. That was a first for me. No, thank you. Which,
So You had someone calling and that was your response was?
My response a week and a half ago was $500, right? Because I could tell where she was at. But the other day it was $2,000. No problem saying that.
Hmm.
Because now I'm in congruency of my value. Now I have no problem speaking my value, my truth, my number.
Right.
You want to hire me to look at some maps or property or go tour with you, do your house for you? I don't know, percentage of the sale, I guess looks pretty good to me. You can pay me a $10,000 fee or 5, 10 when you start, 5, and then a percentage. That sounds awesome.
Well, you've got a history of doing the impossible. So I mean, you got the credentials now because you're doing shit that no one else could do. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you're making money for people, they're going to pay you money.
And now I know about contracts and not taking it up the ass by making sure you got a good contract. Oh, you want to send a contract over? Oh, we don't need one, Lisa. Okay, you said there was a contract and you said that the email was good enough. Oh, my lawyer said, oh, it should be binding enough. It should be binding enough. My other girlfriend who threw me on the bus. Yeah, it looks good, Lisa. Sure it is. I'm sure that when this deal goes through and he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars, he's going to be going, oh yeah, Lisa gave me that lead last year. I wonder if she remembers. You know, like, oh, isn't she live in Spain or something right now? Or like, oh, I can't find her. Oh, you know what I mean? Like this, it's just something in the field says to make sure you got your, why not have a contract? You must have one for guys. If this was a big power play, what would they be doing? This is for millions of dollars in lives. Would they have a contract or would it be an email? Yeah, you're just going to take a percentage. No. Men and money and percentages. No, I deserve a contract. You said contract. I have a contract. I'll draw it up. And then all of a sudden it became an email was fine. Well, I just had to wait. I got sick, canceled my lunch. I'm going to meet back from this week and I'll be saying, just so you know, to be clear, John, I need a contract in writing, please. It's just how I work. I don't work off emails. I'm not 5. And if I was a man and we did a big deal, I'd have a fucking contract in my hand. So please honor me and my work with the contract. I gave this to you. This is money I gave you. So you can just spend an hour and write a fucking contract and send it to me.
Yeah.
That's the difference now. I'm very clear on.
It's huge. I mean,
it's huge.
It's going from being an amateur to professional.
Yeah. Don't mess with me. Yeah.
Well, and isn't it, I guess, with this new water tiger, isn't it that you were saying that the tiger is going through the brush very silently and very slowly?
Water. He's going through the river. Like if he was eating at the river, he's going to go through the water or near the water and watch. Because he needs to eat. Like he's out in the open because that's where water mostly is, unless you're sort of he's through a crickle or a creek or I missed that up. Trickle Creek. Trickle Creek. So that I just see him in the water and he's going very slow because he needs food and water. So he's a little bit vulnerable. In the bush, he can hide very well. Those fuckers can't see shit. Some of them, unless they've got special heat devices, which I'm sure they've got by now. They're just so corrupt. I don't even want to go into that field. But the animals live on another plane anyways. Their souls are on another dimension. And I honor them when I see them. And I just thank them for being here. It's like they're all being, I had a revelation this morning. I feel bad for the animals. I do, Elijah, especially when I drink milk. And I love milk in my coffee. I love ice cream and cheese. We buy organics. We try to buy from good farmers. But every once in a while, we're in commercial spaces where it's the cheese from some factory farm. I can now feel that energy. I'm clear on what's happening in the farms to those animals and to the girls, the female cows and pigs. I'm not gonna even go there as a female. However, if I quantumly, if everything's energy, and we all come from the same source, it's not good or bad. If I take whatever I'm gonna eat and I bless that food right back to source, the first mother, and I say, thank you. And I literally hold it up like we used to do in church, the chalice, and I'm giving up my body in Christ for you. It's kind of like that. That's what crucifixion means. These animals are dying on the fucking cross for us so that we can eat to go fucking change the planet. Not feel sorry for them. They're doing their job. They're animals, and yeah, it's painful and it's traumatic. But if I honor them and honor the lineage where they came from, I can actually go through the quantum now and start to heal that line faster than if I don't choose to eat that. I can put it in my body, transform it, and say, I'm going to do good with your food today. I'm going to do something good for the planet today with your sustenance. Thank you for giving up your body for me. That would be good. And all of a sudden, that church made sense. That whole saying was like, it's not for you fuckers. It wasn't for some guy dying on the cross. It's just for people that fucking sacrifice for you so that you can get ahead. It doesn't matter if it's an animal or your dad or your grandparent or somebody who built the railroads, like the Chinese families who built our railroads, sweat, back tears, beaten, froze to death, killed for us to travel on, to transport our oil that we've been harvesting from our land, to people to get from A to B, to get away from their homestead. You know, I get it a little bit bigger now. It's not just black, it's not no, it's yes or no, but where's the middle? Where's the masters resides in the middle. He resides in transformation, not black or white. I'm a vegetarian. I can't have that couch in here, Lisa. I'm sure you could put that in your contract and then I don't say anything because that's a loaded fucking field for me. Why you're a vegetarian. I feel for the animals. They've been, you know, they're tortured. I understand. But if you had to eat something and you were starving and you're on the field of battle, would you eat that cow? If you had to go save your family, you would. So why don't you just honor the cow, thank it. Sorry you died, but I'm going to eat you so I can go save my family. You got to put it in perspective. I need protein. My body, I've tried. My body does not work on protein. I wither away. I'm 116 pounds right now. I dropped 10 pounds. No, I dropped 14 pounds in probably 6-8 weeks because I'm burning through shit and karma. Now I have to go back and rebuild my body, but I need protein to do that. And so now I have to mush all my food up, Elijah, because I'm so exhausted. I can't bother to eat a piece of meat. I literally put it in my blender. It's cottage cheese and some nuts and oil, and then I eat it like pablum. Because my gums you should see the shit that's hiding in my teeth, Elijah. It was scary. I thought maybe I was losing it. I'm like, no, Lisa, you're onto something. Just keep doing what you're doing.
What did you do? Like, you look like a Celt.
Yeah. So the methylene blue is my healing wand. And I used it on the outside of my body for the viruses, like the herpes, for my neck and on my genitals. And it disappeared like within 2 days, which is not really normal for a virus. And then I thought, well, if I put it on my spine, but I drink it, then I'm good if I feel sick. So I did that. And then I went one step further. I thought, why don't I put it in my teeth? Because everybody's showing these pictures online, like going, they show their tongue blue. And I'm like, I think I need to do my teeth. So I did my whole teeth. And then I went a step farther and I went, let's see here. What if I should probably floss my teeth? Hey, Elijah, I haven't cleaned my teeth for a long time. Can't afford it. Canceled my appointment. I'm like, well, I'm in the bath. Why don't I take my time? And the golden rule is when you're flossing your teeth, if you hit something that's sore, that means there's bacteria in there. And so you keep easing the thread, you know, the easy thread, you know, until it comes out. And eventually it stops hurting because you've got the piece of food or hair or something minute in there that's bugging your teeth. But I haven't done it for a very long time. And plus I have veneers on top of these chiclets. So the food gets caught in here, way at the top. And then I've had problems with this tooth back here, which they said was there's not a problem. There is a problem. I could feel it in my bones, down here, through my head. I could feel the meridian line. Couldn't solve it until I started doing the flossing. But what happened is I went a little crazy with the flossing, and all of a sudden I inflamed my whole teeth because there was bacteria everywhere. I could smell it on the floss. And I've been smelling it for 1.5 years, and I keep telling my dentist, I can smell bacteria. Nope, teeth are clean. We cleaned them, Lisa. They're perfectly fine. No, I can floss and smell it. Lisa, I've used this water thingy, blah, blah. Okay, I guess you know better than I do. I can smell it though. Sure enough, I'm flossing my teeth and I'm like, fuck, that just reeks. It smells like dead, rotten flesh. So I dig a little harder, Elijah, a little harder, and up comes a piece of hair. Small little piece of hair that's been stuck there for I don't know how fucking long. And then now it's really sore. I go back in, dig, dig, dig. Up comes a little shard of something else. Dig, dig, dig. Here. And all of a sudden, I'm getting the big picture. There's shit hidden in my teeth. And if I showed you, you'd be disgusted. You can't even see it on camera. I don't think you can see it on camera. If you touch where my teeth connect, they're very sore. They're out of alignment because what did I do? I took my bite and I said, I'm going to saw off my teeth, put chiclets on to make them look perfect, which was fine. I didn't bind them. I used Invisalign to correct my smile because it wasn't perfect enough. And then they took a wire and hinged my teeth together like that. And your teeth are moving all the time, moving, growing out, moving. And I put a stopgap on these ones. Don't put a stopgap here. And then I fucking tied them as tight as I could, these teeth here together. These ones, they couldn't put a thing on it in the back because of my veneer. She tried probably 8 times. I finally gave up. I said, just take the fucking thing off. So this wire has been holding these teeth together, which is pushing my bones to grow out this way. If you saw what was happening, these bones here are literally growing out this way. And my teeth are doing weird shit because they're not meant to be held in place. And I didn't get what he was saying. Lisa, you have metal in your mouth. And I'm like, wait, it's just a piece of metal. Like they need to do it so that the teeth don't move again. And all of a sudden I was like, what a fucking dummy. No wonder I have all these issues with my teeth, Elijah. I can't afford to get them cleaned. I'm not cleaning them well and taking care of them and looking for the signs when it hurts. And now my whole gums, all this shit, all this white pus. I've methylene blued it over and over and over for probably 3 hours. Peroxide, methylene blue. Peroxide, methylene blue. White pus shit all the way down here. So you probably can't see it. That's why I did that video. I was so astounded. Teeth went white. Now they're starting to heal because I overdid it a bit too much. I don't have the tools to correct my gums. So I went and thought last night, I had a miracle. I woke up and I'm like, I heard this voice. Go get your earth. Go get your diatomaceous earth, which is like they take like old dead fossil fuels, and they grind them up from Harmonic Arts out in Courtney, BC. And they put them in a package, looks like white fluff powder. I mix it because it's like a clay, and I packed my teeth full of it, like this, packed it. Started to heal. The earth started to grab the toxins out. And all of a sudden I'm having this revelation, like, I get it. Water, tiger, earth. I get it. Now I'm pulling out the toxins. Don't move the earth. You can use the earth, but don't move the fucking earth. Take it and use what's here. And all of a sudden my teeth are like, they're almost feeling better, but I haven't solved this problem of the metal being taken off of. And that's the next step. An appointment with, hey, I need an appointment. Come take my fucking metal off. I got an infection. Can you take the metal off? And maybe I'll buy a night guard or something so I don't grind my teeth right now until I'm, de-stressing. Like last night was epic for me. I found the best video for some new shit to go study, and I'm like, thank you, universe. We're on par. So, but my teeth it took a lot of courage to feel that much pain myself, very carefully to unwind my teeth.
What about hemp oil and doing an oil pull? Do you do that?
Done that. I can add that. That's a great idea. I can grab that
as a finishing touch, kind of like it seems like you're going in. I know just maybe on its own, it's still strong, but with what you're doing, it might be.
That's it. I think that's the other key. Elijah, I think that's the other key, because I did the water, and then I kind of did my own mining, right? And then all the blood, all the stuff, all the toxins ran out, and then did the methylene blue to get the viruses, did the earth to help pack it back, and now the oil to reset, because I work well on oil because I'm air. But in Ayurvedic, I'm air. I work off oil. Oil soothes me, calms my dry skin. That's what I did, that Ayurvedic online. I used ghee and threw it in my eyes and let it sit in my eyeballs for 20 minutes. I posted on it. It's an old Ayurvedic how to clean your eyeballs out.
What do? You pour oil in your eyes?
You you warm up ghee, not oil, ghee, and you make a donut full of white flour. around your eye. And then you sit back and then Sarah poured, I videotaped it, poured Luke, like, you know, good warm ghee in my eye. And you can see my eye through the butter. No, I'm shit you not. And it cleaned inside, but not like methylene blue does. So what did I do, Elijah? Where did I go with methylene blue?
I imagine the place of the place of pleasure.
No,
Oh,
cleaned out. There was I had a spot on my white. It was hard on my whites. I pulled this down. I see a hard white guy there. I'm like, I'm going to put a drop of methylene blue in that fucker. And I was scared, right? Because this is a dye. But I've been using it and drinking it. No problem. I've been watching. There's no problems with this. Put one drop in my eye. My whole eye was blue. I wish I could record it. The whole thing was fucking blue. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I feel a little bit of stinging, which I remember from Ayurvedic. It's supposed to sting if it's pulling out toxins, but that right kind of sting, not the, oops, you've got a chemical in your eye sting. And all of a sudden I just put my head over the tap so it's straight. And I just let my eye cry it out, cry out the toxins. I was scared for like a couple minutes. I'm like, no, we're good. Oh, we're good. Woo, this is working. Yeah. And then I went into bed and read for a bit. And then Sarah came in and had a snap with me because she had a bad dream, and that was it. All better.
so there's no residue blue in your eye that stayed?
No, I'll do another one online for you next time. I'll do a live one with you where I'll do this eye, because I haven't done this eye.
Is this methylene blue, is this new that you've heard?
No, it's been around. They used it to cure malaria way back when. FDA approved even. It's actually supposed to be the parent of ivermectin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so this Ray Pete has taught this guy named Mark Sloan. Mark Sloan wrote an ebook called Methylene Blue. That's a podcast called endalldisease.com because his mother fucking died of cancer. And I just happened to stumble across it because Wendy mentioned it to me. I investigated. I'm like, fucking awesome information, dude. Thank you, Methylene Blue. So I thought, I'll buy some for $30 from the States from the lab he recommended. And I've been using it ever since. And it's changed my life. Like I've used it everywhere in my body now. Everywhere. I took, and the thing is that all this chemicals, all this toxins is partially to Elijah because of all the makeup we use as women. We're always putting stuff and creams on that have chemicals in them, in our mole, trying to look pretty. And it's just, our face is just absorbing it, and our bones, everything's skin and our teeth, or everything's just absorbing it and then hiding it in the back. And, we're getting saggier and older, and we're not detoxing properly. And so now what? I can use a mask and detox, but now I've got layers of years of using chemicals on my face. Because I want to look pretty for the universe instead of it being natural, right? Butter, coconut oil, right? I'm using like fucking expensive $1,000 Dr. Zoe. Really? Who's Dr. Zoe? You think he's Dr. Oz or Dr. Zoe? Or is he the Wizard of Oz? Who is he? Because all the rich women use Dr. Zoe, including myself.
Dr. Zoe.
And he's a beautiful, most beautiful packaging you've ever seen. White, functioning, the best, and it is. That product works like a hot damn, but I don't know what's in there. It's probably all a bunch of shit that I don't even know. I'm like holding my face. And Terry warned me. She even has my sister 3 years ago. Lisa, why are you using that shit? It's really bad for your face. I'm like, do I look like I have a bad face? I said, I look awesome. Look how young I look awesome. Lisa, it's full of chemicals. Terry, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. If it's just a little bit of chemicals, I'm willing. It works really well for my face. I don't know what's in it. I have to go research. I just spent $1,000 on Dr. Zoe. Because it takes care of all your hyperpigmentation. It turns your cells over faster because when you get older, like who's ever manifested that formula, it does work. I just don't know at what cost. There's got to be other products. There's some other really good skincare lines called Eminence. Awesome. Bamboo, strawberries, pumpkin, mushrooms. It worked like a hot damn. But I was sold on this Dr. Zoe.
So Wendy recommended methylene blue. How is she in Calgary?
No, Wendy didn't recommend methylene blue.
No.
Wendy gives me a key. She's kind of like the key maker. She says, "Hey, Lisa, I heard this podcast on Fireside Chats." That guy's a wingnut. I hate his voice, but there was a guy on there named somebody, and he was talking about red light therapy. You may want to check him out. Oh, okay. So I go look at Fireside Chats. Yeah, I don't like the guy. Oh, but red light therapy, that's interesting. Who's this Mark Sloan guy? And then I go off on my trail. So Wendy always gives me some little cookie, like a real cookie, and then I go follow the cookie trail.
Mm. Is she in Calgary or is she with your mom?
She's with my mom.
And that's in Manitoba?
West Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah. She's not talking to me. My mom's not talking to me. My uncle blocked me yesterday. What else happened? I caught him doing whatever he was doing with the Mexicans, right or wrong. He didn't come clean and saying, Lisa, I didn't, this was going on. Like, he just didn't come up. He wasn't congruent with our communication. And when I called him on it, he said, I'm going to block you.
Well, you
And
owe
I
you
said,
money, right?
Well, this is my dilemma was, did the deal go through and he owed me money? Or did he get burned and the deal didn't go through? Was the deal going through and he was going to pay me always, but it was taking a little bit longer? I just fast tracked it by phoning and finding out. Whatever happened, the communication was such that I did nothing wrong, Lisa. No, you withheld information. When I asked you about a contract, you said no. When I asked you when the money's coming, you said it's coming, but Mexicans think the deal's done. So something's incongruent and you hang up on me. So now if you're not going to clean up the hang up and why you hung up and why you got mad and what's really happening, and you just think you're going to text me and say, hey, hi, how's it going? That's like fucking like your best friend's wife and then just showing up at your best friend's house like nothing happened. Yeah. So I just said, you're out of integrity with your communication on this hang up. So yeah, if you need to block me, go for it. And I've learned a valuable lesson. Don't fuck with the fiddlers if you're a McLeod, because my grandfather was best friends with his father. Don't think there was some shit going on there between his father and his father. My grandmother fucked my grandfather, 4 girls, and then went and fucked Tom, 5, 6 kids, 7 kids, whatever they've got. So you don't think in the field there's something going on between Lance and me because of grandfathers and grandmothers fucking each other? His father and my grandfather. Like, it's weird. So the systems attract systems because they're in trauma, and until the trauma is healed, you just keep attracting the system, a system. But now because my family's so close to me, and he's like, I'm gonna block you, but just remember, I love you. Oh, this is what he said to me. I laughed my ass off. It was epic. I'm with Robin. She calls me right as he's calling. So I know there's a connection between her and Robin. And he says, I said, I caught something that you can't trust a fiddler. That was the last part. And he says, only mess is in your head. If you want to talk, I can easily clear that up for you, but hard to explain something to someone who thinks they already have all the answers. True, sometimes I do, but you could have said, yeah, Lisa, I hung up on you and I have a good reason. Can we chat? Or he could have phoned. Like, he's making it my responsibility. And I said, whatever. Sorry to bother you today. Have a great evening. That's how we talked. Have a great evening. And I said, bye-bye. And I showed him my little, oh, you can't see it.
Put it in front of your face.
Oh, you see that, my guy?
Yeah.
So just a frozen guy. I said, lose my number. And he says, you'll never excel or succeed till you learn to listen and learn. Your number is now blocked. Heart emoji, love you. And I went, wow. Well, you know what? Thank you for that advice, Uncle. You're right. I'm going to listen a little more to the field. And I'm going to okay, I'm going to slow down. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm always learning, or going back and learning. So you'll see what not my business anymore. I love people telling me when I call them on their integrity and their shit. Am I out of my integrity sometimes? Lots. I'm late for our appointment because I made a priority to eat today. I said, what are your priorities today, Lisa? I need to eat. Okay, I need to shower. My whole body started itching because I put on this ghee butter over my body, and I think it's past its due date or something's going on in the field. And I was like, I was just gonna show up as I was. And I'm like, fuck, no, I need a shower. So I literally had to scratch off whatever's on my body that was irritating it. And I had to eat because I haven't eaten today. And I'm wasting away. Priorities have to be taking care of my body, eating and sleeping now, get my strength, rebuild my muscle so that I'm ready to game on. Otherwise, I'm going to get smoked in the game because I didn't get my resources covered.
Did you had with your are you still working at the same place, or did that?
I have a sneak. So what I sensed in the field today, because it was just creepy today. I went into the place and I'm like, I think this is my last day here. Even though I told him, I gave him my resignation, that would be Sunday. He doesn't even address my email. I phoned him to ask him a question for a lady yesterday, doesn't address my email, or by the way, Lisa, let's talk later. Third time I call him, hey, ask him a question. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Jay, did you get my email? Yeah. My son hit his chin today. But can we talk later? I don't need to talk later. I'm just making sure that you understand that I'm leaving on Sunday. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, we'll talk later. Probably not. So I cleaned everything out, last bit of anything I had in the show suite, did what I had to do around the place, talked to the key people to warn them about the unsafe building, to please watch your back as a girl. Guys, please protect your girlfriends. Let them know not to go out the side door. Be careful if you're going to drop off your garbage downstairs. These guys are playing in our, like, they're keeping our door open. This guy gave me all the clues today. And thank goodness I was slowed down. He literally walked in the building and brought his girlfriend, but he kept trying to exit the building. Like, I got a call, just hold on. Or can I see your parkade? And whenever they want to see the parkade more than they want to see their living arrangements, they're trying to scope the in and out of how to get in and out of the fucking building as quick as they can. And so he goes, it's okay, you guys go that way. I'm gonna go out and just take a quick walk around the building I'm like, you're gonna do what? Well, I'm gonna walk up the ramp and go, I'm just gonna take a tour because of the safety. And I'm like, you don't have a fob to get out of this building. Oh, it's not an automatic thing? Oh, am I dealing with an amateur? I said, no, it's not an automatic door opener. And then I wait to see if he knows our building or not. And I said, well, I think there's a door beside the garage. I know there's one. And he goes, there is? I'm like, here, let me see. I walk over, I'm like, yeah, I think it looks like a door, but I'm not sure if there's a fire alarm on it or not. You can go check. So he goes and checks. And he goes, but go with my girlfriend, go show her the units. Oh, okay. Everything okay up there? I hear him saying something. Blah, 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 blah. She's looking at me. I'm looking at him, at her. I go up the stairs. I said, what's wrong? He goes, your door's been left open. Somebody had jarred your door. Excuse me? He goes, your door was left open. I said, what do you mean left open? Like left open from the snow, left open with a piece of wood? Like what ajar do you mean? He says it just was almost closed, like lightly closed, but not closed. And I'm like, it's like a secret part of the building. You wouldn't ever go in or out there. I said, oh, thank you. I said, I'll close it properly now. Bang! And I shut the door. I wait till he leaves. I hear something in the field. I open the door. I let it swing open. I let it shut. Somebody's played with the top part. And so that the door stops just before it closes and soft closes, but doesn't quite close. Somebody knew how to manually operate that door, because that's where I found the garbage of somebody going through somebody's mail and their checks from the block over and left all their junk there. They didn't clean it up. So I cleaned it up and left a sign there. You're on camera. So they got smarter. They fixed the fucking door. Somebody fixed the fucking door. It's on camera somewhere. Somebody has to, or maybe we don't have a camera on that door, but they fixed that door so it would close just a bit, enough for somebody to get a screwdriver in there and get into our garage. Not cool. And I wasn't going to tell him, and I thought, no way, man, there's women at risk here. And so I saw the right people today as I was leaving the building. This one handsome Mike and Megan, and she's gorgeous, just beautiful people. He's like mountain man. He's like Grizzly Adams' son. And I stopped to watch the door go down. I say, hey, Mike, can you please be careful? This is what's going on in the building. I downloaded on him. He gave me a big hug. He says, Lisa, thank you. I'll let Megan know. I said, let anybody else you know, watch out for the building. They're watching our building. He's like, yeah, got it. He goes, got it. Because he's got shit. Like this didn't scare him. He's like, got it. I'll let Megan know. I said, no, tell her not to go out the fucking back door. I started crying. He goes, no, come here. Let me give you a hug. No. I said, there's stuff going on in the building. The guy's not doing anything about it. Please just watch your women. Find the others. The building's being targeted. This is the second time I've had a creepy person there looking at our parkade.
Where,
And Jay just walked in Mission. I'm right by Earl's on 4th Street. So I'm on between 5th and 4th Street on between 23rd and 24th, so 24th and 5th. New building on an old school it was called the Beverly. Years ago, it was turned into a school and then turned into apartments. It was a school way long time ago for the overflow for another rich school. There used to be this big hill that if you go up the hill, you're into Mount Royal. And there used to be this very old school called Rito School, I think. No, not Rito. Forget what it's called. Anyways, Jay told me the story. It was called the Beverly. They knocked it down. And the karma that whatever's coming back around. Like we already had a guy try to break into the building. He tried to burn the fobs off. That's how they try to get in. Just burn the fobs, deactivate the electrical, in I go. Jay caught everything on camera. Oh yeah, they tried to, so I'm just getting it replaced. I'm like, and you need to put big bar things outside all the doors that, no. Yeah. No, you need to put striker plates on the outside. Maybe we need live monitoring, something, Women are scared. You need hotel locks on the inside of the doors. Well, no, these all just offer a free year security. And then it's up to them if they pay for themselves. Wow, you're gonna offer everybody if they ask and if I tell them. You should get everybody fucking security on the first, on all the floors. It should just be included now in the lease. We're giving you security. It's up to you to use it. You have women, like dumb women, walking around, Botoxed up, walking around, drinking, coming back, friends over. Hey, I locked myself out of the thing. Like, I don't know if they want, I don't know, like help. But maybe I might need to write a letter. And before I leave, just go slip it under everybody's door saying, just please be careful. What's my duty now? Like, where do I put in extra energy, Elijah? I've already told I'm going to be telling Jay everything. I've told 2 people now the full story. One lady, one man. I got the masculine, feminine. Please be careful. I'm pretty sure that there's a guy. I'm pretty sure it's these fuckers in 205. There's something up with them. He comes in. He always scares me, this fucker, this little kid. I always bump into him almost in the fucking field. And I'm doing stuff on my phone. The door opens. I think I'm in the parkade. I'm not. I'm about to step out and poof, he comes in. Ah, Skylar, what are you doing? I know, I always bump into you, Lisa. And he goes, it's my birthday today. He's like smelling like weed. I'm like, happy birthday. I said, can you please be careful? There's somebody scoping out our building. They left. Yeah, okay. And off he goes, checked out. So him and his girl, whatever they're up to, I don't know if she's a prostitute and he does drugs. She apparently works at night, but she works for an oil and gas company. And they've got money and Botox and fillers and nails and big fucking Rottweiler dog. And, she's got the parking spot and he's a little fucker. So they're up to something. His eyes are all black underneath, like whatever they got trapped in money wise, whatever they're helping somebody else do. I don't know what they're up to because they're the ones that found the door open 2 months ago. Hey, Lisa, do you know somebody tried to break into that door? What door? The front? No, the side door. What side door? I didn't even know we had a side door. Well, it's hidden. It's behind the garage, beside the garage. Oh, really? Yeah. They left a bunch of garbage there. Yeah. So I went investigated. And I went through all the garbage. Oh, somebody took somebody's check. Oh, somebody took somebody's Christmas card. Oh, and they threw the Christmas card away, hoping there was money there. Where are these people? Ah, they're in the next building over. I walked the trash over. Hey, you guys, here's your trash. Somebody stole from you. Just letting you know, like, somebody's gone through your shit. Oh, thank you. We'll be right down. I'm like, not my mess. I just cleaned up. All right, here you go. It's back. Hey, Jay, we stole the mail from, street back. He's just not, I don't know what's up in the field for him.
So they were going through the garbage bag in your underground parking?
No, so what happens is that the crime syndicate is, so those buildings where people just, they're stacked. There's like any kind of building, let's say there's renters. Somebody gets into the foyer for whatever reason. It doesn't matter how. And they get into the mailboxes because they're old mailboxes or whatever, or somebody's left stuff on top. They grab all that mail somehow, hoping there's checks in there or cash. Then they go somewhere else with the mail and they open it up somewhere, go through it all, rifle through it, check, leave the garbage, take the check to their peeps and just cash it in. Nobody can catch them. Nobody knows. And if they're seen on camera, it doesn't matter. They're wearing masks and hoodies. That's the low end where they're just stealing cash from people's homes. Like just mail. They're just stealing mail. And they was so cold out, they came into our unit. Now I'm guessing somebody left the door open because this guy would take this fob, who I didn't like. I caught him at 11 o'clock at night because the girl got locked out and I happened to be coming back and I saw him use the fob to take the dog out for a walk, for a pee. And then he came back around the front, but he left the garage door open. And I would tell them, make sure you wait until the garage door closes. He opened it and off he went. And I watched him. I'm like, you're going to leave that garage door open. That's how the guy got in the first time. Got in the ramp, took a hard left, kept warm, opened up the fucking mail, and then went out. Like these guys are like, they're smart. They know where the cameras are. They're starting to scope our building again. That's why they do tours. One guy, this is the second tour that this guy did. The first story he gave me was that he got beat up. Worked that wicked wedge, told the guy to wear his mask. The guy didn't like it. The guy came back when he went to get into his car, the baseball bat and fucking pommeled him over the back of the head, the kneecaps and the side ribs.
What?
And he was messed up. He was like gimping and walking. And I'm like, Jesus, that's terrible. Well, you know what? It was probably over drugs or something else he did wrong. He fucked up with somebody's fucking drug money and he fucking got it in the fucking wicked wedge parking lot.
Jesus.
And he showed up at our place the second time, different guy. Radar on for Lisa. Oh, you're a drug dealer. Got it. Okay, what would you like to see in our building? Can I see the parkade? That was his first fucking agenda before he even got through the door. You want me to show your girlfriend the units you like? Yeah. Oh, but can we see the parkade first? Oh, you blew it. You didn't play this game very well. You didn't play it cool enough. I picked you up. I said, the parkade. Okay, parkade. Sure. And then all that stuff happened for me to figure out that somebody had rigged the door open. And I kept trying to grill this little Filipino questions, What do you do again? What are you guys up to? Oh, you work at a food place? Oh, so you were with him when he got beat up, hey? Yeah. Wow. I said, what can you afford? For $1,300 a month. I said, why are you looking at these? These are $1,700 a month. He knows that. And then he wants me to show you number 301, which is $2,100 a month. And so we go out to the foyer. I said, what's your budget? I said, why are you looking at this number? And he says, well, I just wanted to show my girlfriend. I'm like, okay, well, you should really stick to your budget. And she's like all nervous, right? Like I fucking pegged them today. And then I'm like, now what do I do with that information, Elijah? I gotta go tell my boss. And then all of a sudden I got this feeling like I'm not stepping foot in this building again. Probably not. Gonna guess that I won't be back here. I'm gonna guess that my hot fucking hockey player, he's like, Lisa, can I rebook with you from 4:30 to 2:30? Yes. Now means I have to leave at 2 o'clock to get there and get the doors open. And then the next text is, what's Jay's last name? Here, Jay Roberts. Here's his LinkedIn profile. Here's our website. Go do your own research. And I bet you any money he cancels in the field. Really nice energy. He's trying to figure out who the fuck this Jay Roberts is that was going to change the rents to $2,500 a month. Because he got triggered when I said that he might change them. And he thought it meant business wise that he was going to change them while we were negotiating. And I said, no, Jay's not like that. He's a good guy for that. I meant in the future. Like if you're going to take 2 weeks to make a fucking decision, it's going to be 2,500. Like I made that very clear, you know? So either he's going to get the place and he understands, and I'm going to explain to him what's going on in the building because he's got a 5-year-old, or he needs to be there because he's going to, I always call them command posts it's like chess, command posts. I got men totally loaded up on the west and north building. Guys, 4th floor, 3rd floor, like 2 of them. They're my pawns, right? They're watching out for the fucking, I got you, I'm in, or they're not. I have nobody on the northeast corner. Nobody has rented in the northeast corner. That's where you're not supposed to move any earth this year. Nothing in the northeast corner. He's the first man. He came around his car and I went, ping. His energy pinged me and I'm like, wow, oocha mama. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like I don't like you. You're not hot. And then he has to lay his card, which is, oh, you're hot too. Well, I said, does price matter? Or is there a budget? No, I'm a retired hockey player. He had to lay that card. Oh, okay. Well, so is it more about 2-bedroom? Is it for you and your girlfriend? Is it you for do you have a dog? Like what's going on? Well, I'm getting a divorce and I have my daughter for 5 days a week. So I need a second room for her. I said, awesome. I can feng shui any of these rooms for you. So you let me know. Can do Murphy beds out the wall, whatever. You tell me what space you want to be in, sun or not, or space, you tell me. So I tour around, get back. Lisa, I really like 408. No problem, no problem. And he says, but I might come back and show my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, darn. I'm like, no problem. Not at all. Come back whenever you want, whatever light, whatever she likes, I'm good. And that's how it was. And then we left and he says, I got 5 other spaces to see. Can we do 2,100 for this space? I'm like, I'll ask. Probably not, but I'll ask. Hey, Jake, can we do 2,100? No, sorry, Lisa. The guy's like, what? Did he counter? No, he'll give you a free month that you don't need because you're so wealthy. Really, Lisa? I'm like, sorry. Next day, Lisa, I really need to be in this building. How about 2,200? I'll ask. Jay, 2,200? Sorry, Lisa, 2,270. You're gonna fucking negotiate on $70, you fucking prick, without a free month? You need that number to look back. There's something going on with the number in this fucking building, the money you need. I don't know what he's up to, but he's gonna fucking try for it. And he goes, you know what, Lisa? He says, I'm gonna come back and look one more time. No problem. So here he's showing up in the field today, and either he's canceling in the next couple of minutes here, or I'm meeting him down there and I'm getting the full lay of the goods so that he's informed, and he's going to be my fucking pawn on the northeast corner watching the fucking alley. You fuckers. He might be the guy that building needs, and he might go, okay, I researched Jay. He's a dumb fuck. I know him. He's got no balls. Yeah, he's not a slimy guy. He's just stupid. So those are my 2 avenues. It's gonna be a no, or yeah, I researched him. I know who he is. Because guys in business know everybody else in business, and they know somebody else. All they have to do is make a few phone calls. This guy's got integrity up the yin yang, and he's showing up the last week of my work. So I told him, I'm leaving. Here's my private number. If you need something goes wrong, my phone might die. I don't know, because I couldn't find a charger for it. And I wasn't about to buy one. That's what's happened the last week. So I'm literally gonna leave here and this podcast from you, and drive down there and
Just, it's 1 o'clock and I know you had said you're on a time.
yeah, I gotta leave it's my time too. I'm just need to get down to the building for my meeting with him, because he's kind of like Alice in Wonderland for me right now. Like he's like my trump card for this building. I just feel like energetically he's either gonna phone and say, Lisa, I can't make it, or he's coming in to meet me at 2:30 with his girlfriend or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, sounds like some more big pieces have integrated in and you're getting stronger and stronger by the week.
Yeah.
It's great to see.
Yeah. And you too, though. You and I are in paralleling. Your stuff's moving, money's coming in, people are recognizing your brilliance. I'm going around here going, yeah, I get the field. Okay, give me, you know what I mean? Like you and I are,
For
we're
sure.
doing it.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so for anyone listening, thank you for listening in to Shift the Narrative, and we'll see you next week. Hi, Wendy.